Hello viewers, welcome to my channel. The town of Hope Valley has always been more than just a backdrop for a story. It's a living, breathing part of the journey that so many fans have followed with unwavering devotion. In 2025, the landscape of this cherished Hallmark series feels both familiar and yet filled with the electricity of change. As if the very air of Hope Valley is carrying whispers of transformation. Viewers tuning in now sense that the world of When Calls the Heart is brimming with energy. A blend of reflection on its past and an eager anticipation of where the next steps will take its beloved characters. The series has always thrived on its balance between heartfelt storytelling and the simple magic of community. And this year it appears to be leaning into that balance with more confidence than ever. One of the most striking things to notice about the newest chapter of the show is how it feels. Like the creative team has doubled down on what makes Hope Valley timeless, while simultaneously allowing its people to grow into uncharted territory. The costumes still bring the nostalgia of an early 20th century setting. The backdrop still offers the charm of rolling hills and cozy porches. But the themes pulsing through the narrative feel larger, deeper, and in some ways bolder than before. There's a sense that the writers are willing to stretch the boundaries of small-town storytelling without breaking its core. That tension between preserving the charm and reaching for something more is precisely what's making the current development so fascinating. At the center of much of the conversation continues to be Elizabeth Thornton, whose journey has taken more twists and turns than anyone could have imagined. When she first arrived in Coal Valley as a young teacher, what stands out in this year's unfolding story is not just her romance or her role as a mother, but her evolution into a woman who embodies resilience and leadership. Elizabeth is carrying with her not just the dreams of her younger self, but the scars, triumphs, and lessons that have shaped her. The writers are giving her a voice that is more assertive, more layered, and ultimately more human. It's not about perfection, it's about authenticity. And viewers are connecting to that because they've walked alongside her through heartbreak, courage, and moments of choosing love even when the path has been uncertain. Nathan Grant's presence has become a grounding force within the valley. But 2025 finds him stepping into even more complexity, while his role as protector and man of duty has always defined him. What fans are beginning to see is the quieter side of his personal life slowly unfolding. He's being challenged to think not just about his obligations to the town, but also about the possibility of what his own happiness could look like. For so long, Nathan has been defined by sacrifice. But this chapter is gently asking him to consider whether it's finally time to let himself be vulnerable. What makes this thread compelling is that it's not rushed, nor is it overly dramatic. It's about the slow unfolding of a man learning that his heart has space for something more than duty. But what makes this season truly stand out is how it's giving voice to characters who might once have been secondary, allowing their stories to ripple through Hope Valley in meaningful ways. Rosemary and Lee, always the heartbeat of humor and resilience, are finding their family life more richly explored, with moments that balance laughter with sincerity. There's a freshness to their interactions this year that reminds fans why they've become such anchors to the community. It's not just about the comedic relief or the romantic banter. It's about showing that even long-standing couples continue to evolve, to dream, and to discover new sides of themselves. Meanwhile, the younger generation of Hope Valley is being painted with brighter strokes. Characters who once hovered at the periphery are now stepping into storylines that explore ambition, identity, and the timeless search for belonging. The children of Hope Valley, growing before the viewer's eyes, reflect not just the passage of time, but also the promise of the future. The beauty lies in how the writers weave their innocence with the wisdom of the adults around them, creating a tapestry where generations lean on one another. What adds an additional layer of intrigue this year is the way the town itself seems to be at a crossroads. Hope Valley is no longer just the quiet mining town of its early days. It's transforming, modernizing, and facing the realities of a world that is inching toward new technologies and shifting cultural landscapes. There's talk of new opportunities, whispers of change that might bring prosperity, but also challenge the familiar rhythms of community life. The balance between tradition and progress is becoming one of the quiet undercurrents, and fans are eager to see how this will play out. Will Hope Valley embrace the changes of the world beyond its borders, or will it hold firmly to its roots? Another aspect of the show that has become increasingly powerful in 2025 is its attention to representation and inclusivity. The writers are weaving in narratives that reflect a broader spectrum of experiences without compromising the authenticity of the period setting. These subtle but impactful decisions are giving the community of Hope Valley a richer texture, making it feel both historically grounded and emotionally resonant with modern audiences. It's part of why fans say the show feels more relevant now than ever before. What cannot be overlooked is the way fans themselves are shaping the story. The Hearties have always been more than just an audience. They are the lifeblood of the series. Social media buzz, fan campaigns, and heartfelt letters continue to play a role in how the creative team gauges the pulse of the community. The dialogue between fans and creators has never felt stronger. And in 2025, that relationship is helping keep the series vibrant. Each new storyline seems almost like a conversation with the audience, a dance between surprise and satisfaction, keeping the balance between honoring long-held wishes and introducing unexpected twists as the year progresses. There's also speculation about how long the series will continue to unfold. The cast has expressed both their gratitude and their hopes for the future. And there's a sense of both stability and unpredictability in the air. Some wonder whether the next chapters will continue to follow Elizabeth's story, or if new voices will rise to the forefront in ways that redefine the series. That mystery is part of the magic. It keeps viewers invested not just in the characters they love, but in the unfolding journey of the show itself. The atmosphere behind the scenes has been just as engaging. As the stories on screen, cast members have been opening up in interviews, sharing moments of laughter during filming, their gratitude for fans, and hints about what's to come. There's a visible camaraderie among the actors. It's a bond that translates directly into the warmth that viewers feel when watching the show. These glimpses behind the curtain remind audiences that When Calls the Heart is more than just a scripted drama. It's a family, both on screen and off. Even the music this year seems to be carrying a new kind of resonance. Subtle changes in the score are heightening emotional beats, adding depth to intimate conversations and swelling during moments of triumph. It's a reminder that every element of the show is carefully crafted to pull viewers into Hope Valley's world. Ultimately, the heart of the update is this: When Calls the Heart in 2025 feels like a story about growth. Growth for its characters, growth for its town, and growth for the very legacy of the series. It's not simply about revisiting familiar faces, but about watching them navigate challenges that feel at once timeless and new. The series has always been about hope, and that theme continues to echo with even greater clarity. Fans are left with a sense that Hope Valley is standing on the edge of something significant, whether it's personal journeys of love and courage, phase the evolution of a town ready to embrace a changing world, or the continued celebration of community. The future feels wide open. Each episode feels less like an ending and more like a promise that there's always another story waiting to be told. In that promise lies the enduring charm of the show. The people of Hope Valley may be fictional, but their struggles, triumphs, and dreams mirror the ones we carry in our own hearts. And as 2025 continues to unfold, one thing is certain: the story of When Calls the Heart is far from finished. It's still writing itself in the laughter of friends, the courage of lovers, the dreams of children, and the steadfast resilience of a community that has captured the imagination of millions. Hope Valley is still calling, and audiences are answering with devotion that shows no signs of slowing down.